Hello everyone, Zenigata here, and today guys I'm going to review a Megabloks Dragon set released as part of the Fire and Ice subsim in 2004 in the US and 2005 in Europe, and it's going to be the Dragon Mountain, so one of the biggest Megabloks Dragon set ever. So let me take the box, which is quite big of course, if not just totally huge. So, well, as you cannot see because it's quite big, so here is the box. I'm going maybe to adjust the webcam first. So here's the box. Quite big, but still features the Megabloks Fire and Ice logo up there, of course. Set number, name, number of parts. As you can see, not that much part, but the parts will be really big, in fact. That's all you need to know about this set. And of course, the front picture with all the dragons, warriors, and the mountain on the background, which is in fact cropped to show you the entirety of the mountain itself. So it's really big. That is what I want to mail. And as you can see on the background, you can see a blue and red sky. So of course to represent the fire and ice contrast. A little look inside things, and in fact I put some of my box in there, but when you bought this set, you would have a transparent clear plastic part which will show you some figures and crystals. And of course this thing can open. So here we go. It opens to show you, of course, the mountain itself in a more real-sized way, and of course in a more detailed way, because you can't really see the details on the front picture. Of course, all over the place you will have some play features and gimmicks shown to you. So, for example, the one of the dragons right there, the one of the fire mountain, and on the side you can see also the warriors. We are going to have 15 warriors in this set, which is quite cool. The size of this thing, as you can see, so 27.5 inches or 69 centimeters. And then the new system of building, new supersized posts for fast build. We're gonna see that tomorrow, because in fact it's going to be a two-part review because it's a big set. So in this first part I will just show you the figures and the dragons, and tomorrow of course I will show you the Dragon Mountain itself. So on the back you see another picture of the Dragon Mountain, and also most of the sets from the Fire and Ice subsim. So for example the Portal of Fire or the Fire Century that I have already reviewed the last week. And also some other sets like the Vorgan Icefang boat or the Firestorm Fortress. And here you can see a little description of the set, so I'm going to read it because it will explain you clearly what's happening in this set. So, the ultimate battle between the forces of fire and ice clash on Dragon Mountain. Dev and Kiwa lead the Firewen, an elite battalion of Draya and Norwegian warriors commissioned to add the treachery of Xenos and his Ice Vorgan hordes. The brave Fire Guardian, Lumen Draconis, confronts his nemesis, Frankel, in furious aerial combat, while the Firemen infiltrate the mountain in their war wagon. With pitfalls at every turn, Dev and Kiwa must plant the fire crystal at the summit peak to unleash the power of the fire dragons or face certain icy doom. And there's also many interesting names which will reappear in the warriors, that I'm going to show you very quickly just after I'm done with the instruction booklet. So let me just readjust this thing. So excuse me if it's a little dirty right there. So the instruction booklet, which once again with Megabloks is uselessly big. Well, I think it represents the set well, at least. So you got the parts list right there. If you lost or missed a part, you can order it for free on the Megabloks customer service, because it's a customer service for life. So well, I guess even nowadays you can still order some parts from this set. Then you got the instruction, of course, the dragons, showing you the gimmicks, then the set itself. At the end of the instruction booklet, we're going to have some play features shown to you, right there, here, for the dragon, and then a little comic book which shows you all the play features from the ice mountain, well, the dragon mountain in in order, if I can say so. So quite cool, and of course we'll see everything here tomorrow. And then the back, which is the same as the back of the box. And well, let's move on with the warriors. So I'm going to put my cam like that, my webcam, excuse me. Here we go. So as you have, well, if you have listened to the description, you will understand that there is a new army. So remember, in 2003, in the Crystal Wars subscene, we got like 3 different armies: Draga, Norvagen, and Vorgan. In this new year, the Draga and Norvagen decided to ally, to form a new armies made out of their best warriors, which they called the Firewen. And well, that's what we're going to see first. So the Firewen, so like I said, it's made out of Draga and Norvagen soldiers. So this means we're going, warriors, excuse me, more like warriors. So this means we're going to see some old molds with new colors. So for example, this one was the old mold, but recolored in the Firewen color, which is the red, the dark red color. The same can be said for their shields. So here you see some Draga molds, here some old Norvagen molds right there, and then there is still some new molds in the Firewen armies. These are the two ones. So you can see we got a new head mold for the Norvagen right there with a little flame, and a new one inspired from the Draga with a bigger flame. Also notice that their body is a new one, so new body armor, which is different than the previous one. So 3 new mold parts at least for the Firewen, but except for that, it's old molds recolored in dark red. And so we got 6 Firewen first, and these guys fight against the Ice Vorgan. So well, maybe the cousins of the traditional Vorgans, I don't really know. So 6 Firewen, and we're going to have 6 Ice Vorgans in this set. So once again, there is not that much differences, except well, for the leader, which got a new head mod, which is quite nice, and also a new body mod, which features some hairs on the back, and which is quite well made. So quite cool. And also you can notice that it's got a new recolored weapon in flat silver. But apart from that, it's the same parts recolored in in light green, white, and light blue. Really icy cold colors. And for those who want to know, in terms of articulations, it's 1 rotation point on the head, 1 per arm. There is no rotation point on the hands, and 1 per legs. And well, also, so it's in fact it's like a Lego minifig, but without an hand articulation. And also notice that the Vorgans got their neck directly on the body and not between their shoulders, to make them look like hunchback. And well, except for this guy, all the other guys got heads which were already with before, as you can see, but some of them got the new body with the hairs. So in fact, you got 4 hair body and 2 normal ones. Of course, the shields are also recolored, and you can notice that unlike the previous Vorgans, which just got Vorgans weapons like this one, some of them got weapons which are used by other armies. And so that's the 6 Ice Vorgans. And well, that means we got 12 figs, and like I said, there is 15 figs in total, so this means we got 3 last ones, and well, we got our 3 human, if I can say so, because this time they do not have any armors. So we're going to have 2 heroes and 1 bad guys, and that's a premiere in the Dragon universe, because most of the time we just got warriors with helmet and stuff like that. So really no distinct warriors or real leaders. And this time Megabloks decided to make some young warriors that I think the kids could refer to. So well, let's begin with Dev. So Dev is a Norwegian warrior, as you can see. If it wears the same old legs, but the body from the new Fywen warriors, but of course in a new color. Strange color, by the way, it's kind of like a flashy green plus some black, as you can see. The arms on the other way are some new arms, as you can see, some new molds, plus this weapon, which is one of the only new weapon mold in the Fire and Ice subsim. And finally the head. So right there. Excuse me, I'm going to adjust my webcam so you can see clearly. Oh, you can see it clearly right there. So the head, as you can see, which is a human face, so with all the parts, of course, ears, nose, you can see, the eyes, which are very well painted, because the eyes can really be a problem in the pen. Sometimes it can really go wrong, and this time they really done a good job. We can see also the scare on his face, so yellow hairs, and also a little part of beard right there. Maybe you can't see it clearly, but here it is. So really well done. That was Dev from the Norwegian army. Quite cool and well detailed head. Then you got Kira, which is the first female. Well, you can't really know because most of the warriors got their head behind a helmet, but still, I'm going to assume that this is the first female in the Dragon's sim. So some normal legs, which are in fact all Megabloks legs, with no details at all in fact. Then you're going to have our body, which is a new one, obviously, with some breast and this type of gold thing, which as you can see some arrows on the back. The only problem is that there is no bow at all in the Dragon's sim, so it's really a little problem, I think. Because it could have really have been cool, but they just decided to go with both these weapons. Also notice that the arms are new molds and the two of them are different. You can see this one is not the same as this one, which is a nice effect. And then when you got the head, which is the first female head, so with eyes, once again a little scare, and the hair, which looks quite weird, I think. But still really a pretty well detailed thing, and some really nicely painted eyes. So that was Kira. And finally, the bad guy, the evil wizard known as Xenos. That's Xenos. So, if you want to know, Dev was already released in the Firestorm Fortress, I think, and Kira, I think, is exclusive to this set. And for Xenos, well, he was already released in the Portal of Fire. So, well, Xenos. Let's destroy him. So, as you can see, he's got a new body mold. Right there. Also some new arms molds, quite cool. The legs are the same as Kira's one. Then it got a new cape, which is not the same one as the 2002 one, or the same as the Padwag King of the Dragar ones, right there. Then it got a nice human head once again. And as you can see, this time the hair can be put off because in fact it's got a double-sided face. So here's the normal one and here's the evil eyes one. With some weird eyes, which this time are not really well painted, as you can see. It's more like a joke than anything like that. So yes, it can happen, sometimes the eyes are not well painted, but I think I got lucky because I got some really nice eye painting on my three figures. Well, except for this face, but this side is quite cool. And finally, you got also one new type of weapon right there, which is a new mod. And here we go. So that's so sorry for taking so much time, but that's really some three unique figures, as you may guess. So that's why I chose to take time to show you them in to show to show them to you in great details. And so that's all 15 figures. Now it's time to move on to bigger figure with the dragons. And for first, the fire dragon, which is known as Lumen Draconis, quite a long name. And so first, I'm going maybe to add some more books. So you will see clearly how this dragon works. So fire dragon with a color scheme of dark red, black, and dark orange, if I can say so. Of course, we got many paint effects, for example, some fade right there from black to orange, and other type of paint effects. So once again, a nice paint job. In terms of articulation, well, that one fire nice dragon, this means it's better articulated than previous dragons, and this means 2 rotation points on this on the shoulders, if you can say so. So in front and back and front, and also excuse me, on the sides. Also, it got 1 ball joint on the shoulder section. No, on the elbow section, on the elbow section right there. So it can be moved a little up, a little down, and on the sides without any problems. The rear legs got just 1 point of rotation. The tail is supposed to be moved, but it's quite hard, and because it's already bended in one direction, I don't really see the point of this. Then you got the wings, which are mounted on ball joints. This means you can move this thing up, down, or on the side, so the way you want. Of course, it's a little blocked at this angle, but still you can do some things with these wings. Then the mouth can be opened, like that. Notice the details on the tongue, but the only problem is that, yes, as you can see the rear part of the dragon, because it's not covered at all, so it's quite weird. So a little lack of details right there. And finally, some play features. So first stud, if you want to put a guide to ride the dragons on it, or this little button, which when pressed lights up the earth of the dragon in red. And so it's really cool because in fact it's a fading light. It's a fading light, as you can see, because first it's begins slowly and then it lights up more and more and more up to this point, which is quite cool. And of course you can replace the batteries by just with using a screwdriver right there. So of course you can still make these things worse even when the batteries run out of power, I think. And then a last little features is that we're going to use this part with a seat and 4 studs. We're going to link a cannon, and that's really a little problem because that this cannon will be also used on the mountain. So this means if you want to use a cannon, well, you have to choose whether or not you want to put it on the dragons or on the mountain. So well, Megabloks could have just put 2 cannons, but no, they decided to just put 1 for I think maybe the price, but it's a little problem. So of course you can push the 1 button and it will fire the cannon without any big problems, the cannonball. And notice that we're going also to put this part right there, so you can push this thing like that or what. And finally we have this part, excuse me, this part complete. And well, I just have to link it like that on the 4 studs, and here we go. Now I can put a guy in there and fire a cannon from the dragon. And I think that's the first one because previously, of course, we have already had some light up features and stuff like that, but never we have a cannon directly mounted on the dragon, which is quite nice. And so I'm going to do a last turnaround of the dragon, and then we'll move on to the next dragon, the ice dragon. And so the ice dragon, which is called Funkiel, if I do not make any mistake. And here we go. So this time we step up because it's really a masterpiece. I can call this like that. It's really a great, well-designed dragon. But well, we're going to see that. So, of course, the design itself is all about a skeleton shape, as you can see, and it's really well crafted and well designed. So, see the tail, the neck, all the parts, the limbs, it's all wonderfully made. Then the articulations. So first, you got 2 points of rotation right there, here and there, kind of like the other dragon. Then you also got a ball joint on the elbow section, which can be moved on the sides or up and down. And then 1 rotation point right there. Finally, you got the tail, which is also supposed to be moved like that, but it still works just okay, if you want my opinion. Then you got the wings, which as you can see are pretty well made with some transparent parts right there to represent the eyes. Once again, it's really beautiful. And then you can also notice in terms of play features, the 4 studs right there, and also another feature. So notice this part here. I just have to press it to open the mouth and light up the earth, this time in blue. And it works quite nice, for my opinion. So once again, you just have to push this thing and it will open the mouth up and light up the earth of the ice dragon. And here we go. So this time you can see the head is directly linked to the play feature, which is quite cool. And well, this time no cannon or anything like that, but well, I think it doesn't really need any cannon because by itself with its white, black, gray, and blue color scheme is really wonderful. So see, it's, for me at least, in my opinion, one of the best dragons I have in the dragon sim. And I've got many dragons, I have to tell you. Maybe not all the sets, but at least a large amount of them. But in comparison to Lumen Draconis, this dragon's mold was already used on the dragon in the Venom Ice Fang bot from the Ice Vorgan. I think there is just the head mod which is different, but the rest was already used, which is not the case of Lumen Draconis, which is exclusive to this set. At least for the Fire and Ice sim, because the mold will be reused in a future sim. But well, we are not here to talk about that. We are here to talk about Fire and Ice, and in fact, that's the end of the first review, guys. The first part of the review. So you got Funkel, you got the second dragon, Lumen Draconis. Right there. You got our 6 Firewind warriors. Then our 6 Ice Vorgan warriors. Oh, excuse me for that. And the 3 warriors, which are, we got some human face. And then also the fire crystal right there, which will come in handy later on for the play features of the Dragon Mountain itself, of course. And so if you want to sum up, so for the figures, so where the Firewind, like I said, are mostly recolor of old mods, so nothing really interesting there, but still you got the 2 unique Firewind mods in this set, so it's quite cool, still cool from Megabloks. And you got 6 of them. Then the Ice Vorgan, so you got just 1 unique mod, head mod, which is this one, plus 4 new body mods with the hair, which is quite cool. And this is quite nice because for the first time, the 2 armies are well mixed, because most of the time they were like 4 Firewind and 2 Ice Vorgan, and this time it's really cool because you got 6 Firewind, 6 Ice Vorgan, so the same number of both armies. So quite nice. And finally, you got these 3 warriors, which are unique. Well, Kiwa is exclusive to this set. They all got unique weapons, many unique parts like the new arms mod or the new body mods, and they are really cool. No big problems. Once again, I think it really depends on the quality control, but personally, I did not really have any problem with the eyes, which are really well painted, great details on a little scale, so really a good job. So it's really a well done job. Then you got the crystal, which is okay. And then you got the dragon. So Lumen Draconis is quite cool. I mean, nice articulations, good paint job. The idea of the mounted cannon is quite cool. The play features with the light up things works quite nice, but in my opinion, is still well, Fenkul is way better. I think it's really way better because it's really got, even if this one got really a nice flame lava aspect with the color shade and the overall design, this one with its skeleton shape and overall part design is really great and is really really outdo the poor Lumen Draconis, which kind of suffers the comparison with this dragon. Also notice that this one got a little shiny plastic effect all over the place, which is quite cool, I have to admit. And well, that's also, if you want to sum up, really a great amount of minifigs, plus the fact that you got 6 guys from each army, which is quite cool, plus there's unique warriors, really well made, well handcrafted, and then the 2 dragons, which still got some complaints, like for example, the problem with the head of Lumen Draconis, but except for that, 2 nice dragons and 1 excellent dragon with the Fenkul one, which is really well done, really good and beautiful, and well, quite awesome, because I know that I repeat myself a lot of time, but I do not really say awesome that much. Well, I think that's a good reason to tell that, to use this word. Fenkul is an awesome ice dragon, and even if it's not an ice dragon, it's an awesome dragon by itself. So that's it. Hope you enjoyed this first part of the review. Of course, tomorrow I will post the second part, in which I will review the Dragon Mountain itself. And well, if you have any questions or comments on the figures, well, feel free to ask them. I will happily answer them. And that said, well, hope you enjoyed, and see you later for another video review, and tomorrow for the second part of this Dragon Mountain video review. Bye bye!